Alright. It didn't take me too long to get up here. I just went through the level again, but this time, you know, didn't. Once I let me move stuff around. Yeah, not very comfortable here. Alright, that's slightly better. But, this is just... I managed to drop down here without completely flying off everything. Ah, man. So one thing I think I've realized is the game does run a good deal better if I'm not recording it. So I was able to get through this in just a couple tries when not recording, just by virtue of having less lag. I did still fly way up into the air, maybe I'm supposed to. Like, good like 10 seconds almost, it felt like of air time. Probably not that much from that little popper, but okay. So unfortunately you didn't get to see the bounce, but it was really hard to do that with all the lag. Anyways, now I can actually continue in the game.
Ready, set,
Oh, man, I cannot get used to this fan sound. Do I have to jump on up here? I guess so. It's kind of weird. Oh, where do I want to get to? I want to get up there. Okay. Almost. Okay, that's not too bad. Probably take a minute to get the hang of it, but doesn't seem too bad. The big thing with landing in this game from heights is trying to simultaneously correct your trajectory so that you know, land somewhere sensible, but also, man, not have an insane amount of spin once you hit the ground so you don't fly off in some direction. It's fairly non-trivial. I mean, you only get barely enough height from this, it feels like. There we go. Oh, did not mean to hold the jump button down. I jumped off the wall. That's exactly not the right thing to do. Okay. This doesn't seem like too bad a level, though, so far. Just by virtue of... I guess it looks like you might have fewer and fewer walls protecting you each time. I guess if I have to eventually do a jump where I can't rub against the forwards wall, that might be a problem. Because I cannot do this reliably enough for that, at least yet. See, then now there's no back wall, but there's a side wall. Front wall is still there, that's the one I'm relying on. The most... Okay, I'm relying on the back wall a bit too when I accidentally jump against the wall. But usually, it's weird. I've only jumped against the second front wall. Not the first one at any point. I don't know why that is. Okay, we can get that one pretty... Well, I won't say consistently, but with less trouble now. And it's hard to come at this from a good angle. Again, I can't get myself to stop in this game very well at all. There's gonna be... Yeah, there's one more after this. Okay. It's gonna be the rough one. See, I can't really line myself up well just because I can't get myself to stop. See if I can do that one more time. Oh. Oh man, this last one's gonna be a pain. Everything up until the last one's pretty much the same thing, because it's not too hard to not hit any of the other walls. Awful approach. You do need to have enough forward speed to kind of push into the fan. Come on. Left, please. I'm trying to push left for the past like 4 seconds. That was way too fast. And how do I keep jumping against this one wall?
Ready, set, go!
Yeah, these are definitely getting rough now. Almost. Yeah, the probability of me doing each of these and then managing to get the last one with basically on the first try is not going to be fun to deal with, I don't think. That one I didn't really even get properly because I still had the wall. There have been a few times where I've made this look easy like that. I guess I get kind of a slow approach to it. Like, I start really close, actually. I push in pretty hard. Not like that at all. It's really hard to get a good approach. Like, this seems like it should be a very basic thing, and it's probably, again, just issues of frame rate and not being able to tap the keys for a short enough period of time as a result of it. Like, I can't get myself to stop to line myself up for anything. Man.
Ready, set, go!
So it's one of those situations where if I'm really close to something, it's harder to put myself in a particular position if I'm already close to that position and not moving, than if I'm far away from it and moving. Which I think is a little counterintuitive, but... How do I keep jumping against precisely this one wall? I don't jump on the other walls by accident, it's only the second one.
Go!
Camera. Oh, what? I did not move the direction I thought I was going to move there. I pressed forwards and I moved way off to the side. Nope. I accidentally jumped on the first wall for once. I feel like I'm getting much more consistent. Some of these I managed to make look easy. Oh. Others absolutely do not. Look how fast my smallest unit of movement ends up being. You'll see cases where I'm not moving at all, and I try to tap in one direction, and you can't really read my intent just from watching, of course, but like right now, I'm trying to move to the right, and that's pretty fast. I end up moving to the right as my smallest unit of movement. That was really awkward. I very slowly moved upwards. So like, I need to line myself up here a bit more. But that's really, really hard to do. Okay, let's see if we can do this in one try after how many tries that took just now. Nope. Fairly close, actually.
Ready, set,
Yeah, I think most of the results at this point are going to be a decent amount of time of getting used to it and actually executing it instead of the quick little let's run through a level in one try sort of thing lots of the earlier ones were. And that's just the name of the game, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I do feel like it ends up being a little harder to watch, depending on what you want. That wasn't a good one at all. Ow. Yeah, the difficulty I have sometimes of getting myself to start moving at all is also a problem. There's a I have some real and hardware difficulties these days. There's also an additional factor where I do also have a keyboard that is very aged and drops a lot of inputs now. So it also may be making it hard for me to move around. If I really want to, I could. I don't know if this game has native joystick support, and even if it does, it probably doesn't pass through. I don't know if it passes through VirtualBox or not, but I could set things up to make yeah. Could set things up to use a controller just bound to my arrow keys instead. Well, not arrow keys, WSD. Or arrow keys, even. I could rebind this game to controls if I wanted. Maybe tempted to do that. I don't know how much ease that would make things. Maybe a little. That was a lot of height, jeez. But at least remove one source of input issues. Seconds. Just by virtue of, you know, am I able to? If I touch the controls right now, okay, these settings keep changing on me. I don't know why that is. If I set this to, yeah, I'm not going to use the camera control. I'm guessing I can't use the scroll wheel for the mouse. Yeah, that's an issue. Give me a second. I can get these controls slightly better. Alright, I think I got this set up for a controller. Let's see if that actually helps much at all. I got a qualifying time this time, oh boy. Alright, see if the new control scheme helps with this. So now I'm using a D-pad for the marble movement and analog stick for the camera movement.
Ready, set, go!
I've looked a little bit at this game's README and whatnot. I haven't actually checked to see if it does support. Oh jeez. Yeah, it's gonna be real fun to do. Wait, what was? Oh, hold on. I don't have anything bound to using items. Shoot, hold on. Give me a second. Alright, I do have stuff set up now. Okay. There's jump. There's use item. Okay. So I guess I need to hold on to the super jump though. I'm not gonna worry about getting a good time yet. You know, I need to, of course. This may make things a little easier. We need to actually play this with a controller. Of course, the idea is to take this really quickly using the shorter paths. It's still a little awkward, still really touchy. But this does feel better. I will say. So I'll see how much we can take of the tight ropes here. But before that, oh no, the super jump here. Oh no, hold on. You do need the super jump, don't you? Oh no, you don't.
Shock absorber.
Oh, that actually is. Okay, I didn't realize that ground was sloped.
Ready, set, go!
So in theory, you can do something like this to just jump across the whole thing. And it's tempting to do that. It feels like it would be easier even.
Go! Super jump.
Like that. Of course, slowing back down afterwards would be very difficult.
Set. Go! Super jump.
But if you could do something like that, and end up... I feel like just one more hop after that would let you get to the last platform. And then you can take your time.
Set. Go! Super jump.
Man, I have a hard time jumping in time before the end there. Not like this game gives you any coyote time to work with.
Ready. Set. Go! Super jump.
I feel like if we could just... I probably have to land on that middle part there. On that tightrope, which is pretty precise, but...
Ready. Set. Go! Super jump.
So if I'd have to do more than one hop, probably. I don't know, this actually does seem pretty difficult to make use of.
Ready.
Or I could use the super jump to get to the end
Go!
a bit more quickly.
Super jump.
Or, obviously, but use the super jump at the end to cut out a single stretch or something. Like using it here or something like that. It would be difficult if I did that, but plausible.
Ready. Set.
You don't have this quite worked out yet. Of course, they do make it so you do actually have to, you know... The super jump is
Ready.
relative, I believe. I don't think it actually sets your speed to a specific vertical speed.
Super jump.
Yeah. Otherwise, you could, in theory, just drop straight down to there. But they put the one gym there so you can't.
Ready. Set. Go!
Yeah, still not fully decided how I want to approach this, to be honest. Ah, that's not nearly as much of a bounce as I was hoping for. I guess before I do anything else, I should get consistent about that last part. Falling and not falling off. Which I think is fairly easy. But we'll have to make sure. Anyways, that'll be next time, though.